We're listening to the extended version of the song until Raven gets her makeup done. Also, Stiggle. Oh, cool, Hungar. I didn't know it was down.
Hi, Hungar.
I'm good. Sponsor every night. Ooh, well, go eat your chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets? What?
Ah, I said something. It's dinner time for him. Oh, curry with rice. Right, the message was cut off.
Is a fight you have to play. No padding, no moral apparel. Only pressure makes blood out of barrel.
Oh, Hungar, if you ever want to watch, write that Starvarian story, just listen to this song and follow all the instructions. Except for Stickle. Well,
That is a long song.
Yeah, it's 4.5 minutes or whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna find some
worse here.
in the background.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, Renee. Hi, Hungar. Welcome. I'm having a bad day today. I'm having a very bad Monday.
Yeah, and it's got nothing to do with cats, which is like a first.
It got nothing to do with cats. It has everything to do with the weather. and my central air being unalive, and trying to
Look at this bougie sensual air, sensual air with your high wealth, first class, fucking uh, millionaire central air having people.
don't you have central air?
Fuck no.
I used to
I
have
got
it.
I got a fan, which is also not turned off. Oh wait, no, it is turned on. Okay, it's a fan that needs the blades cleaned.
I have a fan in the ceiling that it's one of those attic fan type things, and it sucks air through the windows when you open the windows, and it's supposed to
Okay.
cool the house low. And it does help, but it's noisy. I don't know if you can probably hear it in the background. It's so loud, that humming sound. It's really loud here in the house. I can't
That's
even
what the
hear
lo-fi
myself
is
breathe
for.
over it. Hmm?
That's what the lo-fi is for.
The what?
Lo-fi music. Lo-fi.
Oh, lo-fi.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
lo-fi.
Okay. So I tried to set up outside, and of course, with all the thunder and rain, yeah, we got everything all drenched, and don't have enough time. So just ran back in here, and then sweat. Anyway, I'm done bitching. Okay. Did you get your writing done over the weekend?
Um, a little bit. I'm mostly like I've got the scene at the end of that story I sent you, which I might put in like a epilogue, which is like another scene that's not relevant to the story. You know what an epilogue is, um, with a story hook for another future adventure. Uh,
Oh my god, I have to apologize.
I
I
don't care. You didn't read any of it.
I totally forgot about it till you
Don't
just
worry
now
about
mentioned it. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm so sorry. I'm falling apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Renee doesn't hear a fan, so it's okay.
Okay. Good.
Uh,
Yes, I will. I will get that done. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
don't worry about it. It's in the editing section, so I'm gonna go through and change a whole bunch of shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, the most I'd want you to do at this stage is to point out things that are crap, and I know everything after the third chapter is pretty much poorly written because it was just get this out of my head now. Writing,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Which
Yeah.
is you want to be in as long as you know you'll go back and clean up the mess, which I've got to do. So I started doing that. I looked over some of chapter 1 like later. What was it? Last Monday. And then I just toyed around to just rereading it and then doing the typical looking over my other projects to see if I can get anything done. And a couple of words here or there. Writing some notes down. Seeing where I'll go
I
next.
I did some writing, but not on my story.
Yeah.
Well, I had a more current story to write about, which I was writing in under someone's video about the weird incident I had with a tick. And I put it all in like a kind of a funny little story form. And as I was standing over at the kitchen sink, and I noticed this thing, it was on my backside, and I flipped it, and it landed on the kitchen counter. And it landed right next to my torch type lighter. And I said, aha, well, that would be the perfect instrument of death, right?
It just.
I tell you what, when that flame touched that tick,
Did it pop?
it shot right at me. It as if it flew. I mean, it like, yeah.
But
Only after being like a second after that flame, it shot right at me. So I scream, I brush myself off, and then I have to go search for it again.
but it's dead, right? Like if you roasted it and it shot.
No, that's just it. That's just it. These new ticks, thanks to Bill Gates, they are almost indestructible. Now get this. So I find the little bastard. I put him up on the counter again, and I did burn off 2 legs in the first torching. So now the second torching is about to commence. And I mean, it took a long time. And it never did pop. It did release a little bit of smoke. But these little white things started jumping off its back. And they never did burn up. I don't know what the hell it was. I finally eventually roasted it, but it took a good 7 to 10 seconds of continuous flameage to kill that. Yeah. They're genetically modified thanks to Bill Gates.
Right.
It's not a conspiracy theory, it's a fact. He started this research in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The research into modifying ticks is to sterilize them.
No, it isn't. They have them carrying a virus that makes people who are bit by the tick then allergic to meat. They don't.
That's not true, Raven.
Yes, it is true.
It's literally a conspiracy theory.
And chick. Well, no, it isn't. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy fact.
Raven.
There's evidence to back it up.
Yeah, the non-existent kind.
No.
This is like people that say they're putting more chemicals in the food because they have to list potassium when there's bananas in the fucking thing.
Huh? What?
That's like people saying there's more chemicals in the food because they have to list potassium when there's bananas in the freaking thing.
I've never heard of that. That's dumb. They have to do that with carrots, tomatoes, and everything.
Yes, they do. They do.
Well, I've never seen a list of ingredients attached to a tomato.
No, I said bananas in the thing, not on bananas. So if you have something like brand muffins that have banana chunks in it, they have to list potassium as one of the ingredients because there's potassium in the bananas.
What's the problem with that?
Well, because they have to list all the chemicals that are in the sub-ingredients, like bananas. People go, there's all kinds of chemicals in this, because they have to use the Latin names for the things.
What's the problem with that?
Well, it leads to conspiracy theories like they're putting chemicals in the food because there's water in there.
Would you like to see how lab-grown meat is made? Because there's a whole video on a guy taking a tour at a facility.
And you do not want to know. You need to eat the lab-grown meat. It'll put more estrogen into your body.
No, I don't want estrogen in my body. I don't want any of that shit in my body.
Raven, you need estrogen. You're a female.
I don't need shit. Why do I need estrogen?
It's the chemical that makes you a girl.
I am past childbearing age, so why would I want estrogen? They put older women on testosterone.
Yeah, so they'll have mustaches and people won't bug them anymore.
Well, I don't exactly want a mustache, but I certainly don't want any estrogen. No, I don't need estrogen. No. What I need is dopamine, something to make me happy in this miserable world. It's just getting worse. I'm trying to be happy about it, but I'm not happy today, so here's the reality of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just when I think I can't, handle anymore, more shows up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our destiny seems to be in the hands of madmen.
Oh, you can say that again.
Psychopaths, child rapists, and
cannibals.
Insanity. Cannibals. Yeah. and
And
I want no
Hebrew
part of it.
speakers.
And I, for one, so now, the good side of this, there is a good side. The good side of this is now I have no need of quitting smoking or cleaning up my diet and stop eating cake for breakfast because I don't want to live a long life on this freaking insane.
Whoa,
diet.
whoa, 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 whoa! You never stop eating cake for breakfast. That is heresy.
Yeah, that's right. It is. It is heresy.
Pizza,
Absolutely.
pizza 5 times a week,
Okay.
and cake for breakfast. This is how you live a long
That's
and
right.
healthy life.
Well, maybe not a long or healthy life, but it's a more pleasant one.
Yeah.
At least it's more pleasant. Yeah. So yeah. So good. I don't have to clean up my diet.
This is a morally correct diet.
I don't do any of that shit. Okay. If it's uncomfortable or unsavory, forget it.
None of the ingredients in pizza or cake is child.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna turn my camera on here in a minute. This is just, I give up. I'm gonna look like shit today, and I guess I really shouldn't care, right?
And for all of you out there, the Epstein files, or at least the third of them that have been released, are available to read publicly.
Yeah. Well, what? Yeah. Well, they know that, don't they? I mean, that's common knowledge, yeah.
Yeah, well,
What are you getting at?
some people don't.
Is there some kind of,
Some people don't.
you
Don't actually
those
know
Epstein
things.
have called back into question whether or not we ever went to the moon because of these things from the Epstein files. Have you seen that stuff?
Yeah, well, there's always somebody denying reality.
Well, I mean,
The Earth is hollow
Well, I
and
always thought that
flat,
was just
like a Pop-Tart.
I thought it was craziness, and then these Epstein files are now talking about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
stuff. And
yeah.
I'm going, wait, maybe I should take a look at this again.
No,
here.
no. You guys went to the moon. Problem is, you didn't do anything afterward because it was just a bravado thing and not a building civilization thing.
Well, they have a NASA. There is a plan now to build a station on a moon base.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
they're
They've been
right now.
they've been saying that since the 40s. Where's the freaking moon base? Well, maybe the 50s. Yeah, the 40s.
Well, I'm not aware of that. This is something that has made recent headlines.
Just because you don't follow NASA or anything, you can go back and look at the headlines every 5 to 10 years. We're going to build a moon base. Trump promised a moon base in his first term. Obama promised a moon base. George Bush Jr. and Sr. both promised moon bases. Bill Clinton was too busy getting head under the table of the White House desk there to promise a moon base. He was killing Serbians to cover it up. Fucking.
Really? I've never heard of it before, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it back.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah,
Carter. I don't think Carter promised a moon base.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I
You know more about American politics than I do.
That's about as far back as I remember American politicians. Okay.
No.
The ones that were around when I was a child on forward, because why would I ever learn about American politicians? Enough to give a shit what their names were and what order they were in. I do know the reason why George Bush Sr. didn't get a second term in office is because he tried to delay paying the Israelis money for 6 months while negotiating a peace treaty with them and someone else, and because he thought it wouldn't look good during negotiations. And for that, they set up a campaign to get him removed from office.
Is that why they wired up explosives in the towers?
I don't know if they were the ones that did that the first time, but I do know that they had a lot
Yeah.
involved with the Saudis and the United
Who's
Arab
that?
Emirate that provided people for the plane crash thing.
One of the insurance companies whose floor was affected by that was the, the owner lived. He wasn't at work that day
Yeah.
when the towers were. Anyway, he is on record saying that when he would go in late at night, there were these 5 Israeli guys working on what he assumed were the elevators.
Yeah, they
They were
probably
there
were.
2 weeks prior to the, and you can kind of see how when that thing's pancaking down, you can see these explosions happen 2 or 3 floors down before the pancake.
Yeah, that's the floor on the inside collapsing, right?
No, I mean 2 or 3 levels.
Yeah.
Under.
That's the actual inner structure because it collapsed from the inside out because the way the building was designed. That's why that type of design is not allowed anymore because the way it collapsed was the inner floors because those buildings are like a shell, right? That style of building is a shell, and then everything inside of it's almost free floating. They're only loosely connected. So the inner structure collapsed first, and as it collapsed, it caused the outer structure to peel away because it didn't have the bracing support anymore. You can watch like there was a documentary on the architectural flaws that led to its because it was supposed to survive a plane crash, but like a little fucking 2-seater or whatever, right? That's what they
Well,
expected.
it was a direct energy weapon that was used.
Yeah.
It probably did.
The direct energy weapon, Raven, was an airplane with full fuel tanks.
No.
Yes.
Do you know what DARPA is?
Yes, and it wouldn't do that.
It's a direct energy weapon.
Yeah.
Tesla invented it.
I've got the magic word Tesla I can throw on things.
Yeah. I don't know if you could hear that or not. That was about to drive me up the wall. Okay. I let him out. Oh no. What the fuck? Oh shoot.
I wish the camera was. The cat did not want to be outdone.
He just spilled a whole glass all over my seat. My stuff
I
was
saw
broke
videos.
glass. Did you break the glass? Oh my god. This fucking
EMT?
dumbass.
What?
Jesus
Well, I have no idea what that is, Rachel. I'm gonna look that up. Give me a slow minute. While I try to get a Google window open. With my camera where it is, it's kind of annoying. We've lost Raven, and I'm trying to look up something, which is not. Let's.
Okay. Oh, my whole seat
Okay.
and that is now wet, and there's broken glass at my feet everywhere.
This is weird.
Just as
Okay,
you want.
so I've never known an ATM machine that wouldn't take cash to put into your bank account. But why they would have ones that fill a like so you used to always be able to, this is nothing new, right? Like the temporary credit card, you used to be able to buy them at like 7-Eleven and whatnot. So apparently they have some sort of kiosk machine that will do the same thing, which is
So there are some malls now that will not take cash, and so they have these ATMs that are like reverse. So you go to the ATM with your cash, and it'll spit out a debit card.
yeah. I'm assuming it's because of all the theft in malls that we're not allowed to put down.
No, it's for the cashless society. They want to try to get everybody.
Yeah. Cashless society. Which
My notepad.
is terrible, and we've been moving towards it for the last 90 years. But
Nuh-uh. 90 years. First we've ever heard of it.
what are you talking about? How long's the credit card been around for, Raven? Or the
Not
or the
90
debit
years.
card? Yeah.
Well,
The
No,
first bank machine.
only-
The first bank machine was introduced in the 50s,
no, it wasn't.
maybe earlier.
No.
No, because they weren't everywhere all at once. They weren't anywhere at all. First ATM. This one was maybe 87. No, I know that they were around earlier than that.
Okay. No.
69 for
They
that.
were called checks. You used to write checks for
Yeah.
for the debit card.
The card existed. You can still write a check, Raven.
Well, yeah, you still can.
Oh,
It's
okay. So the ATM machine, which the card existed before that, is turning 50 next year.
Yeah, not 90.
Or no,
it's 50.
it turned 50. It turned 50. It turned 60 next year. That's the machine.
Well, how can you use a debit card without the debit machine?
Well,
I mean, you need
no,
to have the
no,
machine
no.
at the same time you have
Okay,
the card.
sorry. I said ATM. That's the bank
Yeah.
teller machine. The auto teller machine. I think that's what it stands for. Yeah, that's exact. Automatic teller machine. That's what it stands for. But the card swipe thing existed before that. I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, the long way where you had to put the card in a little
Yeah,
contraption and put a piece of paper over that had several copies to it, and then slide the thing back and then slide it again. It was quite archaic. I used to watch my grandpa do it at his auto parts store.
yeah, but because that method existed, didn't like you know these things don't come into the world fully formed and as their finished
This is
product.
debit card, not credit card. Credit cards came before debit cards.
Yes, but that's part of the cashless system,
Well,
and
it wasn't. It
yeah, like
wasn't labeled and marketed that way. It wasn't explained to anyone that way.
it never
It-
is,
it-
Raven. All of this stuff is slow and incremental, like I told you before.
So the data centers are slow and incremental.
Data centers.
I mean, don't even get me started on those. Don't even get me started on those. Yeah.
You're just hearing about a thing that's existed for a long time.
I data centers haven't existed for a long time. They have not.
When was the first data center built?
There's just slivers of broken glass everywhere. Yeah. Broken glass.
Oh,
Everywhere. I mean,
okay. The first data center was built in 1940 in the U.S.
for what kind of data?
Here it was military.
We didn't have AI in 1940.
Yes, but like you're conflating two different things. Like a data center is used for other things than AI.
Well, the push to build so many of them right now and so quickly
Is for AI, but that's
okay. So maybe there was a couple data centers here and there. Okay.
yeah, no. There were hundreds of data centers everywhere. That's why the ending of the ending of the book, movie, Fight Club. That's the one. It is a laughable ending because your bank records aren't kept in a filing cabinet on the 40th floor of an office building in Seattle or New York or whatever. They're kept in hundreds of thousands of data centers all around the planet all the time.
Well, not me. I don't have a bank account.
Oh, you need one though.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You need to be part of the machine, Raven.
No, fuck the machine.
The machine is almighty. The machine is God. Okay.
Now I think maybe I can sit down and join the party. My God,
Yeah.
There's still glass everywhere, but I need the shop vac to get it all, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No one wants to listen to my shop vac, so
Yeah.
just
No.
spilled shit just everywhere. Well, sometimes this cat, he just throws himself off of things, and then he gets on. He like has these like seizures, and you never know when one's coming on. And he just kind of just wiggles around on the floor and shakes, and then he gets up and kind of licks himself and just goes on like nothing.
Well, I told you how to deal with that. Do I need to pull up the advert for the jerky making machine again?
No.
I think that cat would go good with a peppercorn infused seasoning.
I would be afraid to eat him because of the condition, you know?
Diseased meat.
Could be diseased meat.
Diseased meat.
Did Bill Gates call you up? Did you have a secret meeting?
Did you go to the secret meeting that turns cats into diseased meat?
He went to a secret meeting. You didn't tell me.
You didn't tell me. Raven wanted to go. She wanted to become a beneficiary of the cashless society.
Don't knock this over.
Uh,
Another hell of a mess. Good thing I had my computer up a little ways because everything on my desk and everything underneath my desk is covered.
all your notes are destroyed.
Pretty much. I'm just going to leave it alone and let it dry and then try to peel the pages apart.
Yeah, that never
Whole
works.
clipboard. My whole clipboard is completely trashed. But anyway.
This is why I tell you to write in a Word program.
Yeah, and then no. At least I'm better off with a hard copy like this.
Poor.
Or furball. Yeah, I know.
Well, he needs to be a poor bag of jerky. That's what he needs.
Stop
to
it. Just stop it. Just stop. Anyway.
Oh.
Okay. Reverse ATM machine. Okay, now I'm finally reading the chat. Yeah. Rachel was talking about the reverse ATM machines. I saw a video of one in the mall. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty wild.
no.
And oh, hey, there is something I wanted to tell you about because I know you've got dogs. And if you go every year and get them a rabies shot, or do you get like the 5-year shot for them, so you don't have to take them every year, whatever? You need to
I think
inquire about the rabies shot. Okay, write this
Yeah.
down. Get a piece of paper and write this down. You wanna
I
make
got it
sure-
on video.
Huh?
I got it on video.
Oh well, okay. You want to make sure that it is not made by Merck and that it has Novavac, Novavac, NXT. You do not want that in that rabies shot. It also is put in the canine flu shot and the feline leukemia shot for cats.
Cool. I'm gonna get the one with that in it.
No, it's you don't want to do that. And
Yeah, I don't think we get them rabies shots. They're indoor dogs.
well, here in this state, it's mandatory. Even if you have an indoor animal, it doesn't matter. They mandatorily make you. They vaccinate your animal, or you can't. The doctor won't see your pet. And
Cool.
then what they do is they take that and they write out this little certificate thing. Then they send it into the county. And then what the county does is send you a nice little form letter that bills you another $25 pet tax for having a pet. On top of the 20-some dollars you just spent at the vet for the damn shot. It's Illinois is just really crooked anyway. They're complete
Yeah.
assholes. Complete fucking assholes.
What can I say? Your whole country is based on taxation without representation.
Yes, exactly. I was just gonna. You know what? I was gonna bring that up too. Just,
And you know you're the only country on the planet that has a prison sentence for not paying your taxes.
Yeah. There was something that was in the news. What was it? And I was going to say, this is taxation without representation. That's what started the whole Boston Tea Party to begin with.
Yeah, well.
It was the tax on tea.
Yeah, no, I think that was an excuse.
Well, it was the final straw that broke the camel's back, basically. And so
Yeah.
it was a bunch of dudes from the Masonic Lodge. They dressed up as Native Americans and went on. So if anybody saw them doing this, they would have thought it was the Indians that did this. So that's what they did. They dressed up as Native Americans and they went on the boats and they dumped all the crates of tea into the harbor there. And that's why it was called the Boston Tea Party. There's a
Yeah.
cool restaurant.
I think that whole story is fiction.
No, it isn't. I ate at a restaurant that's right there in the harbor when
Yeah,
I
anyone.
in Boston.
I ate at a restaurant themed after Popeye the Sailor Man. It don't make him real.
No, the Boston Tea Party is part of history.
Story. It was themed after Wimpy, the guy that was always asking to borrow $2 for a hamburger.
Whatever.
They had a really good burger. It was like this big.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it was an oval.
Well, anyway, taxation without representation. Story behind the Boston Tea Party. Look it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rachel's got a comment here. She says that I don't want total cashless because keeping cash has saved my arse every time I've been hacked. Good point. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't think people at yard sales take bitcoins.
Yeah.
How are you going to put a yard sale?
They got this thing called Vimeo.
Yeah.
Vimeo is like all of this cashless stuff is middlemanism, right? You know, middleman is you have to pay a little percentage to this other person to use their platform. You got to pay a little something to the bank. You got to pay a little something to the PayPal. You got to pay a little
utility bill. You see all these kinds of little things, or better yet, the cable bill. I love those.
No. You got to pay a little something to PayPal every time you pay, because you use PayPal for everything.
Yeah, well, that's why you market friends and family, because that's a gift, and there's no fee attached to that. Then say you are friends and family, unless it's something obvious like the utility bill or something like that. Then you might, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, fine. But But you always want to put, when they say what's this for, you always check mark friends and family.
Yeah, to the cable company.
No, not to the
But
key. You're not going to get away with that.
this is my uncle, the electric bill.
You know, I sat there when
I am giving him $150 every month. I don't know what your electric bill is, but
mine's higher than that. That's ridiculous. Well, and if they put in one of those data centers, you can expect a huge rise in your utility bill.
Yeah, that is disgusting. That is just like unconditional graft going on right there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like no.
They featured. There's a news story that clip I was watching, and they featured this one lady said 290% her utility bill went up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just
that's disgusting.
That's
It's
top ridiculous.
You hear about these we should get some writing done. But have you heard of these micro centers? Because nobody can afford to buy a house anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what they're talking about is putting these micro data centers like in a shed off the side of houses. So instead of a row of so they're these data racks, right? They're like the size of a fridge, and the computers that go in them are flat. They're the architecture for the way data racks work is similar to the way soundboards worked in recording centers.
Okay.
So if you've ever seen one of those where they have like the sound thing, it would be a long flat thing that would just be bolted in, that have different switches and whatnot.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So the architecture, like the way they're designed, is very similar. It was based on that because they probably took the components from that field when they built the first ones in the 40s. But it's its own thing now, right? So basically, the computers are built out long. So basically, it's just hard drive, and RAM instead of like all the various computer components that you need for a normal computer. It's like the processing parts and the memory storage parts.
Okay.
So they have these. So they're talking about just taking one of these and building a little room off the side of your house, putting that in there, and putting like the power line to it. So that they'd use that to subsidize the purchase of a house for people that can't afford them, because nobody can afford houses anymore because it's a specular market instead of a growth market.
I still don't understand. So they would pay the landowner or homeowner to have
no. These would go in with new construction, and it would just it would subsidize the sale to have this on your house for so many years. But like after that, it's still got to be on the house, and like the terms of having one of these in the house would be sketchy. They're sketchy as fuck. Like, so yeah, okay, we're paying 60% of the power bill for the first 10 years, but after that, who's paying the power bill to operate the server rack? You or the company?
Oh, so is this in lieu of a big data center? You mean?
Yeah, well, it's a plan to distribute them right across the neighborhood instead of it's a really shifty scheme, right?
Yeah,
it's more shifty. It's more shifty than build the big power center and your power bill goes up 200%.
Right. So you get more radiation.
There's no radiation coming off of them.
No long distance radiation. Oh, yes, there is. And they have.
But not.
You never watched the stuff I sent.
Yes, I do, but like it's not the right kind, Raven.
Do you know? No, you don't know.
Radio waves is radiation.
Different. You are swimming in a soup of frequencies that you can't see and you can't hear.
Always have been.
All day
always
long,
will.
And they just keep adding more and adding more and adding more. and they don't even know long term what these frequencies that we're exposing the human body to, what they're going to do. But they're
The
not
tree, the tree right there puts off of a fucking frequency, Raven.
good. Yes, and it's in harmony with the natural body of the human. This stuff is not natural, and the frequencies that they use are either extremely low or extremely high frequencies in the hertz range. Okay,
Yes, I
they're either
know.
above or really down deep. Neither one of those are good or conducive for life for the human body.
Don't make me find the brown note and send it to you.
What is that?
Man, your memory is like a sieve. Like I think we talked about the brown note on Monday.
It's because I got too many damn frequencies. I can't even remind names some days. What the hell? What? I'm
It
kidding.
makes you poop, Raven. Remember, it makes you poop.
Bye, Rachel. Thank you for coming by.
Bye, Rachel. She wants to get out of here before I broadcast the brown note. That's why she's leaving.
Oh. Christ, oh my God. Okay. Yeah, brown note. Okay. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. There was yeah. I was thinking of something else that was a brown thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna set up the timer.
Okay. My pens, I don't know what happened.
I don't want to leave the show.
Oh, my paper's wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Closer to it.
Ridiculous. Good grief.
What are you ooming about?
So, there now.
There we go. Okay, I'm muting both of us and setting the clock.
Okay.
So, how are things going, Larry Raven?
I had to get some things off my chest. I just went on a rant. Okay.
Yeah, I was going through chapter 2 of that story and just highlighting things I think need to be rewritten and rewriting things I could think of off the top of my head would work better.
There's far too much energy arguing with idiots.
Yeah. None of them are me.
In my earnest quest to inform the public of the many scams and destructive schemes being perpetrated upon them, this unsuspecting public who are entirely distracted by the latest app on their cell phone or the latest drama to binge watch on Netflix, or who are too busy raising a child in an insane educational system, they are completely exhausted and totally unaware of the cliff that humanity is about to leap off of. It will be too late by the time it is realized. I see it, it's real, and it's not far away. Instead of taking my research and the claims thereof, some taking some I can't read my own writing. Okay, instead of taking my research claims and taking some initiative to do some research themselves, they would rather attack my information and try to discredit me personally. I do this because I am compelled to do so. It is my purpose for being here.
I will um attempt to start adding personal attacks against you personally, Raven, in my future debunkings of the things you say. Are disregards.
You've not researched it. That's what I mean.
I have most certainly researched it, but your hair is funny. You wear a vest and cats. There, personal attacks are added.
Okay. I'm actually not talking about you, but I'm talking.
Shush! I'm making everything about me.
Okay. I'm actually talking about someone else, but that is like. Actually,
you smell funny, and your mother dresses you weird.
It's because I am compelled to do so. It is my purpose for being here to wake these dumb-ass motherfuckers up before it's too late and we lose this beautiful planet and the essence that makes us human naturally. I don't make one penny off doing it. My radio show and the YouTube appearances and my channel are not funded by anyone or anything. What you see is what you get. No sponsorships. No.
Raven, if I have anything to do about it, we're going to change that. You're going to move over to YouTube, and you're going to do everything to get monetized within a year.
Well, whether it does or doesn't, I mean,
You should be getting at least $500 a week from YouTube.
Well, I'm not, but no promotions, no sponsorships, no monetary gain whatsoever. I'm authentic and I am real. I stand behind the intel that I speak. I value my reputation and the research, and I research everything to the very best of my ability before presenting anything publicly. I am done wasting my energy on morons.
Whoa.
So, and that's
I resent that last line.
I mean, it's just.
Or I resemble the last line. I can't remember what one it is.
It's not, a standard that's consistent with other people that may be on that same broadcast. I'm really. And, there's one person on that particular broadcast that just absolutely makes up shit. And she's never asked provide any evidence thereof, and so forth. And I get crucified all the time. I'm just tired of it. So I just think I'm probably going to leave that particular broadcast because I'm just done. There's no sense in. There's just no sense in it, really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that it's. You know, I do this because it's my job. It's my job from not a. It's just what I have to do. It's what I've done this, been this way, pretty much all my life.
Yeah, well,
I was a bullshit meter, and when I see things, and I watch things, and so many years I was just quiet, and then things turned out exactly like I thought that they will reveal that jacked up what I thought. And okay, well, then I need to say something and try to save all this suffering from happening. So maybe if I get an opportunity to call things out, then
yeah,
that'll help this fucked up place. But I'll be quiet now.
That's not going to happen. Nobody in the paranormal sphere wants to actually improve anything. They just want to believe in things, no matter how crazy it makes them look, and argue with people for the sake of arguing. That's the whole purpose of that circle.
Maybe the majority of it. There are some that are sincere researchers, though, that are trying to.
There are also grifters.
Because of that too. So I was.
Can you buy me a yacht?
Yeah.
Maybe you can't afford to buy me a yacht, but you can afford to buy me part of a yacht.
We have a government that has a government agency that's a 3-letter alphabet soup
that also wants you to buy them a yacht.
That is designed and trains people how to infiltrate these research people that sincerely are trying to research something and trying to get to the bottom of it. They are purposely, intentionally sent in there to mess everything all up and garble the facts and place disinformation.
It's not got to do with the paranormal, Raven. It's got to do with
it does. It absolutely does.
Let me finish.
The UFO thing. The UFO thing is full of grifters like that.
Okay.
That.
First, we need to do two things. You need to turn on some sort of light so we can see your face. Because you're starting to look like you're about to give us a manifesto. Thank you. Second of all, it's not just paranormal communities. They do it with all communities. All of them.
Basket weaving community?
Yes.
You're telling me there's a CIA agent in the basket weaving community?
Yes. If there's a basket weaving community, there's a CIA agent in there or an FBI agent or someone, and they're going to be convincing somebody to do something violent.
It's like we don't talk about Fight Club, right? Okay. We don't talk about basket weaving either. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The underwater basket weaving.
Underwater basket weaving. Oh my God! Really?
You gotta learn how to underwater basket weave. That way you can plant a bomb underwater, disguised as a basket.
The mer people might intercept that, though.
Okay.
The mer people.
You didn't catch the reference about underwater basket weaving.
I did. That's why I said the mer people could intercept that, and then screw that thing all up. You got to make contingencies for the mer people.
Yeah.
Underwater bases.
Yeah.
Did you know they got your ass on radar?
Yeah.
You're gonna bleep on that radar screen, so you better rethink that.
Okay.
There is evidence of mer people, though. There really is. Now, this is what I find so interesting. Is all the shit that we were.
Do we need to watch that Flash Kids cartoon about the Norwegian sailors again?
What's so interesting is when you go back into the literature that has survived from what we label ancient.
Olaf, you are the mer woman this week now.
And some of a lot of that stuff then that we say, oh, that's just myth, that's just fantasy, that's just old ancient myth stuff, right? Well, that's what they do when they label. They always poo-poo that sort of stuff, right? And so as a kid you believe it, and then at some point you're told, Okay, that Santa Claus isn't real, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy, all that kind of stuff, mermaids, dinosaurs, whatever, And now, when you research some of these unexplained artifacts, and
I'm wondering if in 200 years there's going to be a version of me sitting in front of a rebuilt civilization computer talking with a version of Raven who's trying to convince that version of me that the Predator was a real thing and that xenomorphs are really going to burst out of your chest.
well, that's interesting. You mentioned that the Predator, because there's a thing on the.
It doesn't even need to take place in the post-apocalyptic
No,
Tomorrowland. It's just going to do it right now.
The Skinwalker Ranch, they have seen something that looks like that, and how it phases in and out. And it's not that difficult of a thing. You will phase out if you were able to raise your frequency up or down. Because look, I'm serious. Now pay attention. Your visible light range that you see with your eyeballs is only about like this. There's a whole bunch here in ultraviolet, and there's a whole bunch here in infrared that you don't see. And if you are an organism that can raise and lower your frequency and get up really high, you can go shoot right across. That's how Bigfoot disappears. That's how you have footprints in the snow, and then all of a sudden nothing. They raise and lower their frequency. They just phase. It's just like a radio on a radio station. We're all tuned right in here, right? If you could at will learn how to do that, and some monks up in Tibet have learned how to do that. So it is possible for the human body to do that. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of meditation, a lot of mental discipline that neither you or I have, okay? But it is possible to be done. Just like they can raise and lower their body temperature. They have them video recorded doing this. Absolutely.
Tibetan mysticisms.
Yeah, they do. And they can will themselves to die. And they look it up before you knock it. I'm serious as hell.
Serenity now.
Talk about
Serenity now.
Miracles and that they can perform. And so does also who have been to Tibet. Greg Braden. Lived amongst them and witnessed this stuff, recorded this stuff, talks about it quite frequently. He's been there. He's not an armchair, what do you want to say? A New Ager. Okay. He literally has physically got on an airplane and went to Tibet and lived with them.
Why did he need to go on an airplane? If he could just phase out, he could just phase himself there.
It doesn't.
If he can raise his frequency, he can raise it to a point where he can just frequency over the ocean, like a radio wave bouncing off the ionospheres.
You say you can take your physical body to the point where it's no longer corporeal. Okay, you can just phase up and out. That's all.
No.
Anyway,
that sounds like a cope to me. That sounds like the guy isn't trying.
Anyway, that's okay. So you see in this little range is my point.
Yes, I know
that is.
I know how the cones.
It's like dimensions. Okay, dimensions are nothing more than
Raven. Because I can only see in the spectrum doesn't mean my physical body doesn't also exist in these spectrums.
That's right. Good point.
No. Actively, right now.
Yeah. You're multidimensional. Your conscious mind.
In 3 dimensions. In 3 dimensions.
There are more dimensions.
It's not got anything to do with the conscious mind. There aren't the cones in the eye to receive these light spectrums.
That's true. I'm talking about your visual range is about here. Very small. From what a cat has a wider range of visual than we do.
Technically, no.
Yes.
They have the same range, but it's over here. And the dog has it over here. That's why most breeds of dog can't see color.
Okay, but the measurement, let's say it's about like this. Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Off a little bit here, but it's about the same here.
Yeah.
Same, but different. Sees more into this than they do into that. Okay, still, right. There are some animals that have a wider range. see both.
Not too many.
Not
The
actually
owl.
see.
The owl is an example.
Okay.
And look. The owl can't move its freaking eyes. They have to be so big.
That's why they can turn their head almost. What it looks like, they can really turn it all the way.
Yeah,
around.
because they can't do this.
Okay. Anyway.
That's why if you ever see those clocks with the owl going like this,
Hmm.
it's the stupidest thing ever.
True. Okay.
Cats do that. Owls can't do that. Their eyes aren't perfect spheres. They're only the plates in their head.
So some of these things exist right outside that spectrum of thing. But they can be detected now with some of this technology that we're developing. And it's interesting to me that a lot of the things
Yeah.
poo-pooed off into
But,
fantasy
like,
and you tell
peop-
kids are actually
People would be seeing these things with cameras all over the place. Because cameras that can see in both those spectrums have been around since the
That's just
40s, the
because I've been
50s.
talking about different types of technology are able to detect things that we can't see with the naked eye.
Yeah.
And therefore, a lot of those things
But-
was relegated to fantasy because we couldn't see them, touch them, smell them, or hear them. And now, with all of these scientific things that we've gotten, all these instruments and all this tech, we are able to. So some of those things are proven true that we
but
said
right-
were false because we couldn't get them with the five senses. And now,
But, Raven,
that's
I'm gonna do to you what I did to young Master Gregory, which is Hungar's wife's son, the other day. Have you heard of the Tech Wars?
I've heard of tech wars. Yeah,
You've heard of Tech Wars?
yeah.
And how do you feel about Mr. Boskin's detective agency and Jake Cardigan's fight against the Tech Wars?
I don't know either of those two names.
Did you not learn of the Tech Wars in school?
Well, I thought you were talking about more
What are the kids learning these days if they aren't learning about the Tech Wars?
like the tech wars between like Microsoft and Apple, and
No, it's a novel
that's
series.
what I thought about. So
It's a
who
no-
are the tech wars?
It's a novel series by not Patrick Stewart, William Shatner.
Okay. I have
There's a line in The Simpsons, like in season 2 or 3, where Skinner, the principal, says
Yeah.
to the teacher, "What are the kids going to learn about if they don't learn about the Tech Wars?" And he pulls a copy of Tech War off the shelf. Is when they were having to downsize and sell all the books in the school.
Well, and that's interesting. You raise
Have
it.
you learned about Tech War?
I used to watch The Simpsons every night, late night, when I was married, because my husband worked third shift, and he would come home between midnight and 1, and I would have dinner ready. And The Simpsons always came on like at 1 o'clock, so we would sit down, we watch The Simpsons, and then we'd have dinner. And it is really uncanny how The Simpsons. You've heard of The Simpsons being a predicting.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Simpsons have done everything, so
And it is really, some of those are just, even in the detail of the clothing that some are wearing to the headlines
yeah.
now.
But
It's like, okay, what is that? Is that looking glass technology, or it's too much for coincidence? I don't believe in coincidence anymore.
I severely think that there have been times like the escalator thing with Trump. I think that was staged. I think when he came down that escalator, he had
So life is imitating art.
no. I think he
Right.
literally had someone choreograph that as a staged thing because he's a showman, right?
So somebody saw that on Simpsons and said, okay, we need to photo you coming down the.
Yeah, no. I think they did more because they had the guy in the back with the sign, and it was like he was dressed the same. Because
So
there was the railing. There was the railing with the glass rail
yeah,
and the escalator coming down.
right.
And he had him come down, and some of the people were dressed the same way they were in the episode.
Okay, so the
So
episode,
I think they staged the whole thing.
the episode did come out before.
The episode came out like 2 decades before,
Okay.
so
Well,
it was very easy.
Well, that could be. That could be.
And that's like that event is where the whole discussion about the Simpsons being predictive comes
There's
from.
been a whole bunch of other things that I've seen
Yes, but
on like
none of them has been.
Mandela Effects show.
None of them have been as close as that one.
No, there was one I saw when Camilla was, or Kamala was running, where her and Biden show up in a scene, and they're wearing the exact outfits. The blue suit, I think he had on, and she had on like a dark brown pantsuit thing. It was really good.
Yeah, but
I mean, there's been quite a few of them that are.
okay, so the thing with politicians is a lot of them, like a lot of the higher ones, especially in your country, have like pre-set out wardrobes. Like they have.
So is this like a joke, you think, between the people,
No.
writers of Simpsons?
I'm saying that if you have an eye on a politician and you know what they're wearing, like generally what they wear, like that the style of clothing, it's not hard to mimic that style of clothing because
true.
usually politicians dress in a
little bit
similar
more.
manner.
There's other things that are elements of that episode that are just.
Okay, I'd have to look into that episode. I don't know the one you're talking about.
Let me find it. I saved it on a playlist in YouTube. Somebody went through and sectioned out a bunch
Okay.
of those. Like,
And-
topics of them, and it's like, wow.
And I'm gonna make this very clear that you might see it on YouTube, but you have to go back and watch the episode yourself to make sure it's real, because AI is good enough these days that they could have faked the scene.
Yeah, you have to everything. I double check.
Everything.
Triple check even
But-
some of the stuff. It's just made it really hard to discern.
With things like AI or cartoons, AI is like if you get one that is not caring about copyright this week, because one of the things they do to boost promotion for new visual models is just not put copyright checks on things for the first month or so. So it gets a buzz. I can make Ninja Turtles kick Spider-Man's ass on AI. It's amazing. And then like the companies will come around, you gotta stop doing that. And then it does is flip a switch because it's already programmed to not do that. But if you can get in there, you can make any kind of cartoon do any kind of thing you want.
Huh.
You know, you want to have Bart Simpson punching Lisa in the face. They would never do that on the show, but you could have it done.
Okay. I don't like the fact that we're all going. Everything's getting moved to YouTube, so now I have to be somewhat censored now when we make that complete move. Because right now I'm not censored.
Oh, you get more censorship on Facebook than you would get on YouTube.
Well, no, not a private Facebook. Well, Facebook isn't listening to me. It's just our chat room is in Facebook.
Facebook
I'm not-
listens to everything you say.
Oh, do they? Well,
Yeah,
They've never-
that's how they make their money.
well we're
They
going,
make their money by listening to everything you say.
but I'm broadcast on a different platform. I'm not broadcast on Facebook. I mean, you can't go to Facebook to our private chat room and just hear it there. You have to go to the
The
website.
only time I've ever heard your show, the only time I ever heard your show, 1-2 Radio, The Rabbit Hole, was listening to it through Facebook.
You have to click listen now and then go to the chat room. You can't just hear my radio show,
Yeah.
just go into the chat room. You have to go to the website
No,
first and click listen, and then from there go to the chat room. You can't just go to the chat room on Wednesday night and expect to get in and hear my show without connecting to 1-2 Radio's Listen Now first.
I don't remember having to do that.
Yeah.
I don't remember having to do that, but doesn't matter if it's
Okay.
if a person is able to listen to it through Facebook,
I have
even if they
to-
have to go elsewhere. That means it's going through the data center that Facebook owns. So they're hearing it. The machine is hearing it. And like, because they don't have a person sitting there listening to your show. It's just a fucking computer looking for certain words and phrases and who's connecting with who.
You can't without clicking the
Doesn't matter.
a link. But see, it's broadcast somewhere out of London, England. Platform.
And then it connects to Facebook, which then gives
No, because you
Facebook
don't
access.
have to connect to Facebook to hear it.
No, it doesn't matter that you have to. It matters that it is.
You can't just go straight to the chat room and hear my show. Without
Doesn't matter.
going
It's
to the-
if it's connecting through Facebook, Facebook is hearing it. The machine is hearing
It
it.
doesn't connect through. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm telling you, the only time I ever listened to your show was on the Facebook website. Because I couldn't get it to work on 1-2 Radio.
It's impossible. It's not broadcast through Facebook at all. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to even do it because there's like a 3-second delay, and I'd be hearing myself to be able to be in the chat room to chat and talk, read. I wouldn't be able to do that because there would be this 3-second delay, and it would be coming through my speakers, hearing myself on a 3-second delay. It's impossible. You had to go through the 1-2 Radio and click the listen now.
Well, I'm telling you, I wasn't able to do that, and I listened to it on Facebook. I had to turn it on Facebook. Maybe you're just not turning it on Facebook.
Yeah, because I have to turn on the chat room.
No, I'm not talking about the chat. I'm talking about the audio.
The audio. See, I connect with the producer on
Yes.
an entirely different platform than what you guys do.
Yeah.
But you can't connect to where I'm connected to. Anyway,
Like
But-
Rachel and Renee and Hungar and whoever else is showing up isn't hooked up on the back end of Restream. They're watching on YouTube. Yeah.
if I went right now and clicked into the chat room, I would not hear whoever they're playing on rotation. I would not hear that at all.
No, because it's disabled on the user the interface for you. But if I went to the Facebook page, I could probably click play, or at least I could 4 months ago when I listened to your show that one time.
I'm curious.
There was something about paranormal.
How did you even get to the chat room without going to 1-2 Radio first?
No, I
mean,
just
you
went.
can't
I
access.
just-
I don't think you can even access the chat room without going to 1-2 Radio first. Okay, I just went to 1-2 Radio. I'm clicking on chat right now.
Yeah, I don't know. So someone sent me a link
It's
to
sweet
a
ass time.
to a
And there
Facebook page.
we go. Now I'm in the chat room, but I
Well,
don't
it was
hear
more
it
than 4 months ago. I have to go to the website.
There's a replay right now. Is Lori the Love Sherpa is on 1-2 Radio right now on replay, and I don't hear anything. Why? Because
Yeah.
I did not click listen now.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, that's how it worked for me that one time. You know,
Now,
more
did
than
you
4 months
now
ago now.
when I had you on the radio with me, that was a different way that you were
Okay,
connected in, and you were hearing it through the platform, and we got you approved for the chat room. But those two things were not.
The time I listened to this show was before the time I was on it.
I don't know.
How did I get on the show that time? It was with was that with Ninja? Was that with Ninja AI or whatever it's called?
I don't know. We've switched platforms a couple of times. There's
Video
one like through
Ninja.
Discord. Oh, shit. Get the hell down. Would you please stop that?
Through Discord. It wasn't through Discord,
Yeah,
was it?
one of them was through Discord. The producer changed it. It used to be through Microsoft Skype. It used to be through Skype for the longest
Yeah.
time. It was Skype. Then it was through Zoom. Then it was through Discord, and now it's through something else entirely. I don't even remember what it's called.
Do you just get a link? Do you just get a link that you have to click on?
Just get the link, I click,
And it
yeah.
opens up like a very
Next
bare
to the
bones.
producer, and then the producer does her magic, whatever the hell, and
Yeah. Yeah. There's no more Skype.
yeah. See,
They
you see
just
what Renee's putting here? Yeah, she has to go to the website, click on the Listen Now button, and then you get in. Right.
Yeah, Facebook page does.
Thank you, Renee.
have,
Thank you. He didn't believe me, did he? No.
I don't know. I'm
I am
telling
so-
you, I wasn't able
I'm
to get.
arguing with morons.
I wasn't able to get into the thing on the. What I am saying is the site is poorly designed, and it doesn't matter because you tell me they're folding anyway. So
No, they're not folding. They're just not going to do the radio platform like that anymore. They're switching everybody to YouTube. And I don't know how that's going to look, what that's going to look like. But there's still going to be a website. There's still going to be.
okay, so
For one,
do you have your own YouTube channel? You broadcast on YouTube like we're doing right now. And then they take the video and embed it on their website, I'm guessing.
I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I don't really understand fully. I just know we will not be connecting through the platform
Yeah.
and broadcast through
Yeah.
on the internet like that. So radio would be all just YouTube, which then I'm concerned with because of some of the things that some of the topics and content and things like that people get, strikes.
I'm telling you
That
that
words you don't say on YouTube, and that's why a lot of
no,
people Rumble and some of these other.
there was the big thing during COVID, but they don't do any of that stuff anymore with COVID. You can talk about COVID all day fucking long. The things that get you on YouTube is copyrighted material, so playing copyrighted music a lot of the time. This music we have in the background comes from Restream and it's copyright free. So you gotta make sure you're using proper copyright free music. And following the license to any music that you do have the rights to use. So a lot of times they're like free to use music, but you have to attribute it in the description, and people don't attribute it in the descriptions. That gets them a strike. There is running deliberate scams, so selling ivermectin like it was a cure for anything. That was disproven, and trying to sell that will get you yeeted. The guy that was pushing that originally was so freaking fraudulent about it, he lost his medical license.
My mom's doctor gave her a prescription.
For COVID,
No, she didn't have COVID.
that she got for something else. There are legitimate
did,
uses. There are legitimate uses for ivermectin. COVID is not one of them.
My dad had COVID. My mom's doctor gave her a prescription for ivermectin. I know because it's in my medicine cabinet right this minute.
Well, he shouldn't have. And that's the problem. A lot of people, because the original study had a flaw in the decimal point was put in the wrong place, right? So it made it look like the number was much larger than the success rate. But when they did the rechecks on it, it was like, no, this is like a 1% of what you put in your paper, and it's like, oh shit, this decimal place is in the wrong place. But that first paper is out there, and all the sex.
I think more of it came from the Joe Rogan show, but it did help people.
Yes, but that paper came first, right? Like that pushed it. Because Joe Rogan is so high on his ayahuasca, he can't actually do research.
I don't know. I'd have to research it before I can comment on that.
Well, that's why I told you to go watch that Professor Dave, because he has a whole breakdown of the actual science and math and who was lying where about what. He has a whole playlist on the COVID scams.
Professor Dave?
Yeah, but you don't like him because he calls your quantum stuff bullshit as well.
Is he Oriental looking?
No, he's a Turk looking motherfucker.
Okay, so he's somebody else. Okay, well, I don't know.
He's more acerbic than I am.
Well, I don't know.
We only got 14 minutes. I don't think we should do another writing block unless you want to.
No, I don't care. Thank you for letting me get that rant off my chest.
Yeah, I know. I like ranting too.
It's not really a rant. I'm just
frustrated with annoying people.
Yeah. And sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I go, why do you try? Why do you even?
Well, people like playing Sisyphus. Yeah, it is Sisyphus, right? The boulder guy pushing the boulder up the hill, that was Sisyphus, right?
Oh, I don't know. I never heard.
The Greek
Did you say
god.
his name was?
Sisyphus. Who was the
Atlas
Greek
has
god
the
that
world's
pushed the
longest
boulder
back.
up the hill eternally? Yeah, Sisyphus. Sisyphus was he was the craft king of Egypt. Not Greek.
How do you
It doesn't matter. He was Sisyphus. It was cursed to eternally push a boulder up a hill. I think during the day, and then at night it would reset, and he'd have to push it up again. I can't remember, something like that.
Okay, I did not know there was a Greek god.
I think it was
name.
Greek.
I've heard of rolling the boulder up. I've heard of that a lot. I didn't know there was an actual name to a god. He was condemned by the gods to push.
He wasn't
for eternity.
He wasn't a god. He was a craft king or something like that. It doesn't matter. He cheated death and was cursed.
Every time he neared the summit, the stone magically rolled back down to the bottom. This eternal, fruitless task has become an enduring metaphor for life's repetitive and unavoidable struggles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this just absolutely kind of fits me totally right now with this. Spans the original. Okay, the story of the Sisyphus boulder spans the original myth, a famous philosophical essay, and modern life. No shit. Okay, here we go. More. Okay. He was Sisyphus was the cunning king of modern day.
Someplace. Someplace.
Ephora?
Someplace. It's called someplace. Someplace.
The Ephora. Modern day
Like,
court. Okay. Anyway, who angered the gods by cheating death twice. Oh. As ultimate punishment, Hades and Zeus condemned him to Tartarus to roll a massive boulder up a steep hill. The torment of the punishment was not just the physical labor, but the maddening futility. Every time he nearly reached the top, the rock would roll down, forcing him to start over. Oh my God, that is my life, I swear.
meow.
Incarnation, I'm the feminine aspect of Sisyphus or whatever the hell.
Yeah. But instead of a boulder, it's cats.
It's a big dung beetle poop ball of cat poop or something. I don't know. Yeah, my boulder's a big cat dung beetle.
Every time she thought the litter box was clean.
yeah. No shit. Try cleaning 9 of those a day. That'll humble you real fast. Okay, let's see here. French philosopher Albert Camus explored the myth in his 1942 essay, The Myth of Sisyphus, using the boulder as the ultimate metaphor for the human condition. Camus argued that life is inherently meaningless. Life is inherently meaningless and absurd, but the true triumph lies in the struggle itself. What bullshit. Okay. He famously concluded that, quote, one must imagine Sisyphus happy, meaning that Sisyphus finds peace and purpose not only by reaching the top of the hill, but by accepting his reality and actively choosing to push the boulder anyway. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and you ask me why I call the French demons.
What the hell?
This is what they call philosophy.
Modern metaphor. Today, a Sisyphean task describes an endeavor that is endless, laborious, and ultimately futile. Oh, God, that's my life. That's going to be on my headstone. I know it. I just know it.
Along with the picture of a cat. And the words meow, meow, meow.
I'm going to change my last name to Sisyphean. Yes, I am.
Raven the Sisyphean.
Raven the Sisyphean. I am. This is just, oh my God, this is so. Oh.
It's the Sisyphean hole.
It is so. Oh my God, it resonates so deeply, it hurts. Okay. Whenever we tackle repetitive responsibilities like doing taxes, washing dishes, cleaning up cat litter, cleaning up cat barf, cleaning up cat pee, or managing.
Did you not get my joke? Raven's Sisyphean hole.
Oh, yeah. That'll be the name of my new show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we talk about the needless use of digging this pit into nowhere as the walls collapse in and refill it.
You know, Monty Python ought to do a movie of this. Monty Python.
I'm probably sure they've done a Sisyphean skit at one time.
I think Monty Python got to do.
Well, most of them are dead, and the rest don't care anymore. The Sisyphean act of trying to get Monty Python to reform and do a film. First, you go to the cemetery and then you talk to the grave. Hey, can you not be dead?
For the right boulder.
Hey, can you not be dead right now? I need you to make a film about a rock.
Get up! Yeah, get up! You're fine. What do you mean formaldehyde? We don't care. Come on.
I need you to make a film about a rock. And a guy.
The quest for the holy rock for the Sisyphean movie.
Yeah. Well, this one's out. Let's see if I can get George and Ringo to. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong reunion.
Oh. Love me some Monty Python. Yes, yes, Renee, I do too. I absolutely love that. That's what I do. I put that on when I'm in a really bad way, and I can't help but laugh after a while of that stupidity. I can't help but laugh. So
Oh,
I
oh,
love the skits. Just Monty Python's Flying Circus. I've got the Holy Grail memorized. Every line, every scene. I've got it memorized. I watched it so much.
I'll
So-
never get over the skit from what was it? What movie was it with the pirate takeover?
Pirate takeover. Well, there's a pirate take that was at the very beginning of one of the Holy Grails. It wasn't in every edition. It's right at the very beginning where they take over an office building, and the office workers suddenly they'll take off their necktie and tie it around their head, and they're like these little, like staple guns and stuff out the window, and they were trying to race like another office building. You're talking about the pirate takeover? They were acting like pirates.
Yeah.
It was at the very beginning.
Meaning of Life.
Was it Meaning of Life?
Yeah.
Okay. Not all copies had that at the very beginning.
Yeah. I could believe
Only
that.
some of them.
We're gonna get a copyright strike. Full screen this. Go to music. And this is really quiet.
Rewind that. That almost looks like Trump at the head of the table.
On the
Got that.
agenda, the meaning of life.
We start it. Tell.
It kind of look.
Brings us once again to the urgent
Yeah.
realization of just
It does.
how much
It's a
there
blonde
is
guy.
still left to own. Item 6 on the agenda, the meaning
Gender.
of life. Now, Harry, you've had some thoughts on this.
No, this is the
Yeah,
one
I've
that
had a
has
team
the
working on this over the past few
the
weeks.
song
and,
"Every Sperm
we've
is
come up with can be
Sacred."
reduced to two
Every
fundamental
sperm is
concepts. One, people are not wearing enough hats.
every sperm is wasted. God gets quite irate.
In the universe, there are many energy fields which we cannot normally perceive. Some energies have a spiritual source which act upon a person's soul. However, this soul does not exist ab initio as Orthodox Christianity teaches. It has to be brought into existence.
Hey, I know that guy.
Guided self-observation. However, this is rarely achieved owing to man's unique ability to be distracted from spiritual matters by everyday trivia.
What was that about hats again?
People aren't wearing enough.
Is this true?
Certainly. The hat sales have increased, but not pari passu as our research
When you
initially.
say enough, enough for what purpose?
Can I just ask with reference to your second point, when you say souls don't develop because people become distracted, has anyone noticed that building there before? Lord.
Speaking of distractions.
Crimson Permanent Assurance!
We interrupt this film to
Sci-fi.
apologize for this unwarranted attack by the supporting feature. Luckily, we have been prepared for this eventuality and are now taking steps to remedy it.
Sci Factor. Okay, so
Now taking steps to remedy it.
Two,
That's good.
Again to the urgent realization of just how
now
much
this guy right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on a TV show. He was the lead of a TV show from 1996 called Psy Factor.
Psy Factor? I don't remember that one.
Psy Factor. Okay, so that's Matt. Freer. Sorry, I had to look up his name. Oh, you might also know him as Max Headroom.
Okay.
Yeah. But Sci Factor was a show from 1996 that was a creature of the week. Um, and he showed up in season 2, so he wasn't there from the beginning. And it was sort of like a X Files kind of thing, but more paranormal,
Mm.
more like psychic phenomenon stuff. And it every episode was bookmarked with Dan Aykroyd presenting or concluding it. Because he was the
didn't
host.
get that here, but I remember reading about it, and I couldn't get
Yeah.
that here in my state.
Yeah. Well, there were 4 seasons, and it is apparently on Tubi, so you can watch it anytime you want.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It says it is on IMDb, but I'm gonna go to Tubi and see if it's actually there for me anyway. Because I will watch that again. I watched it when it was on. Yeah, Sci Factor. I will definitely watch that. Oh, hey, Brent Boxleiter was in an episode. Okay, we are hitting the wrap up moment though. So if there is anything you want to announce, I need to reiterate that we will not be on Friday for the next couple of months. Renee sent me a DM last Friday saying, I assume today's show is canceled. Yes, we established today's show was going to be canceled. For the next couple of months over the summer holidays. So we will see you here next Monday, and Raven will be doing whatever she's doing throughout the week, if anything. And I will get some writing done, or some editing, some notes taking anyway. I noticed that I was attributing tags a lot when I went through chapter 2 there during our writing sprint, that I was attributing tags. So, like, this person sighed or shouted or things like that. You want to avoid doing that whenever you can.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to read up on Sisyphus. Sisyphus. I can't say it. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, Sisyphean feats. And yes, we will all see you on Monday. Party on.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Peace.
I'm
Bye-bye.
hitting the